A little time ago I noticed that the anniversary of my first upload is just around the corner. And I was thinking that this may be time to do some kind of channel update video. It is kinda 2015-ish in terms of YouTube meta, but since I know personally maybe around 15 people from the almost 400 subs, it may not be such a wild idea to think some of those numbers are interested in the topic, since according to the analytics, the vast majority of you land in the 35 to 44 category, which is ancient in internet age, or so I'm told. I'll start with the most important topic from the viewer's perspective: content on the channel. Statistics are clear on this point. Most of you found this channel via my FFT videos. It seems my rumblings about Egrius hit a sweet spot in the algorithm, and the proportion of views to the size of the channel is so out of the whack that YouTube may not know what to think of this. In retrospect, I probably could that video much better, but it was a dumb idea to talk about something different for a change. And it kinda escalated to a surprising scale very quickly. It hit me at the spot where I ran out of ideas for the topic that was genesis of me recording my ramblings to the microphone. That is, more educational vids about mechanics of Commander in Magic the Gathering for my local playground, since I was tired of explaining the same thing multiple times to different people. The list of topics I wanted to cover for them ran out of entries, and that's the main reason there was no MTG content for the last 6 months. I'm still playing the game with them quite regularly, but just haven't had any idea about what to cover in that niche. So if you are one of the people that stayed here for my ramblings on both game mechanics and Magic and in other games, this is the thing that professional YouTube people named a call to action. Let me know if there are any topics or style of content that is Magic related you would be interested in hearing my number-obsessed brains ramble about. And I'll tease a little bit that I actually have a script for the next Magic video, but it has already 6 pages and I'm around of 30% of the things I want to cover in that. So yeah, I've been dodging that as hard as I can, since that would probably end up as 2 hours of raw audio to edit. This is the part where during proofreading I noticed that my script has a 1-page tangent of different topic before finishing the first point I wanted to address, and that's why I write these things down before recording. So back to the content. Some of you may actually read the current channel description, and for those people it will not be surprised that I want to cover here various examples of fun design of game mechanics. I've always liked that part of the games, trying to figure out all the connections, rules, and how to optimize this for maximum efficiency. For that reason, many of my friends are not so eager to try and play board games with me. They leave me for 5 minutes with the rulebook, and then stuff happens. But it seems that on the internet there's an audience for that type of content. So my plan is to continue in that direction and share some more interesting parts of my hobbies with you. I'm trying a little shift in the format. You could see that in my Vagrant Story video earlier this month. But I still don't have a finished formula for my content, so feedback would be appreciated. I also noticed that my dissection of mechanics in Tactics Ogre Reborn is not exactly getting any traction. It's understandable since the game is quite old and the hype train for it left the station years ago. My plan for covering the 5 base classes is still on the docket. I don't like leaving projects unfinished, and I'm actually having fun with all those spreadsheets while writing those videos. Also, I know for a fact that one friend of mine plans to play the game because of my ramblings, so I'll count that as a success, but probably not continue the project with more complex classes. The amount of work would be a little too high to maintain that endeavor. Editing those voiceovers is actually time consuming. Speaking of editing, I actually improved this part of the whole YouTube business quite a lot, well, compared to the beginnings. The audio is still the biggest bottleneck, since my apartment has a quite noticeable echo, and my current microphone picks up everything, including my dogs that are walking around behind the doors. So I'm recording stuff inside a makeshift recording booth made from a blanket and various pieces of sound dissipating foam. It's not exactly comfy, but after working on the raw audio for a while, it sounds quite okay. I plan to upgrade the mic when I find some extra money lying around for that, but I want to buy Shure SM7B, but that one is pricey and requires additional hardware like cloud lifter or an actual audio interface. So it's not something that I can easily squeeze between all the adult stuff that drains your bank account each month. It would be nice if YouTube finally gave me a cut of profits from ads that you're probably seeing on my videos from time to time, but I'm currently blocked on the subscribers count threshold. However, it's nice to see that I had no problem with reaching the required watch time goals. That means most of you actually watch my videos for a noticeable duration. So, thanks for that. Continuing with the ramblings on future updates to the channel, I would like to get some more assets like proper ending screen, maybe some dedicated BGM and updated model to use in the video. I find it a nice addition, since without it the screen would be static very often. After all, I like to ramble about one thing for a long time. I was also thinking about making a new intro animation, but that would require a lot of free time on my end, and that's not happening anytime soon. With that, I think I went through everything that I wanted to touch. This year really flew by without me noticing, not sure if that's the good or bad thing. And while I'm done with stuff, I wanted to give you some options of giving more direct feedback. I'm not sure if my demographic uses the YouTube community system, but I vaguely remember that doing Q&A videos was a thing some years ago. And since most of us here land in the internet boomer category, let's try that approach. Feel free to drop some questions to me in the comment section. If there's enough of them to make a video, I'll respond in that form. If not, I'll just reply in the comments directly. You can do the same if you have some kind of suggestion for the channel content, be it a topic or some nice obscure game with fun mechanics or design. I don't have all the time in the world to do research and seek out new things, so if there's something you think will fit here, just share that in the comments. And yeah, I think this is it for the video. I hope I can make another one in 2027, so see ya in the next one.